Chris the Nightmare Real, and you're watching Mr. Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, now, very interesting fight coming up on Saturday. Okay, now, before I get to the fight, the other day I came out with a video, and the title was Eric Molina can win if he does this. In that video, because people kept asking me what I think the flaws are of Joshua, and what are some of the things I think Molina can do. That's why I came out with that video. Now, for this one, you're going to say, well, Mr. Boxing, why didn't you make a video about the ways that Malik Scott can win? Unlike Molina, and no disrespect to Scott, because there's some things that he does better than Molina. And power isn't everything, but it is a luxury to have, especially in the heavyweight division, man. Malik Scott is probably, I mean, it's arguable that he may be the best technical as far as moving his feet, defense, being able to fight on the move, that outboxer type of style. He may be one of the best. Okay, at that. But when I break down this fight, man, he is in trouble. Now I know Malik Scott will hear this and he would disagree with me, and I respect Malik Scott, but the reason I say he's in trouble, man, let me be serious. Now the reason why I say he's in trouble, I do believe that there are some rounds that Malik Scott can win. The first, I think he may win the first 2 or 3 rounds. Foot movement, being able to fight on the move, being able to make his opponents miss, being able to land sneaky combinations. He knows how to tie up on the inside at times. I watched a lot of his fights, but I was watching his most recent fight against the southpaw Tony Thompson. And his defense, and that was a close fight. I picked Thompson to win that fight. It's funny, with Malik Scott, it's weird, man, because I have a video to prove it, I picked Scott to beat Deontay Wilder because of the skills. Up until that point of Wilder's career and Scott's career, I was like, man, there's no way, just by the eye test, that I thought Wilder was going to be able to box with Malik Scott. I was proven wrong. But in this one, and then I picked Thompson to beat him, and then he beat Thompson. I cannot pick a Malik Scott fight for shit, man. But anyways, but one thing I do know is his style, man, and what he's not going to be able to do like he was able to do with the southpaw Thompson is Thompson was throwing the left hand. Thompson actually dropped Scott in that fight. It was a close fight. It wasn't a landslide win from Malik Scott. That was a close fight, very close. Thompson was throwing his left hand, and he was stalking Malik Scott. And that, he was throwing one type of left hand, overhand, and kind of like a straight overhand right. That's the only thing he was throwing. So it was easy to time. Scott knew when it was coming. He knew how to counter it. He knew how to make a miss and then grab him on the inside and then let some punches go and then pivot off to the side or step off to the side. He's real tricky at that. He has excellent footwork. But the thing about Luis Ortiz's left hand, it's powerful. He throws it straight. He throws uppercuts. He throws hooks. He throws double left hands. He has different variations of his left hand. It's a very well-educated left hand. Malik Scott, in my opinion at least, he's going to have to circle to his left, Luis Ortiz's right, majority of the night. Obviously, you don't want to make a habit of it, but then that's the thing, and then that's even dangerous too. You think, yeah, step away from the left hand. That's smart. It is, but guess what? Luis Ortiz's right hand is also dangerous and educated. He was landing some, and I know Scott and Bryant Jennings' style is different. Jennings likes to throw up the high guard, although he has a damn 84-inch reach. It kills me that dude doesn't use his jab more, Bryant Jennings, with an 84-inch reach. But he likes to put up the high guard, come forward. Jennings is a very determined guy, I'm going to get mine, like he's that type of dude. No matter how hard you hit me, I'm going to get mine on the inside. I'm going to take it. He has that type of mindset. And that mindset was getting him in trouble. I thought he should have been using his jab. But Ortiz was waiting for him. And he started to land that lead right uppercut. Or the lead right hook to the body. Then he was coming with the left. And then he just started mixing uppercuts. He was walking Jennings into uppercuts. I don't see Malik Scott walking down Luis Ortiz. I see him going backwards. But his defense, the defense, I think, will be nullified in this one because Ortiz has an educated left hand. And he can play that little chess game with you. If Scott wants to play chess a little bit and walk around and step off to the side, drop his hands, show him different looks, pull back, step off, walk him over here, get him, Ortiz can play that game. It's going to be like cat and mouse. But he's not going to waste punches like Thompson, in my opinion. I think he's going to place hard shots. He may throw a jab out there just to make Malik Scott react to it. One of the things Scott was doing against Thompson, and maybe because it was so predictable that Thompson was going to throw his left hand in certain points in that fight, maybe Malik Scott just knew, okay, here comes a straight left, duck. I can see Ortiz setting him up for an uppercut to make him duck like that. Oh, you want to duck? Okay, let me just throw this right jab out there just to make you react. Boom! Left uppercut. Or let me feint the lead left. Boom! Right uppercut to make you duck right into it. I think Ortiz can play that game. He can cut off the ring for a big guy. He's pretty nimble for a big guy. Just in my opinion, with all respect to Malik Scott, this is going to be an upset victory if he wins. If he proves me wrong, hey, man, I'll be the first one on here to come on here and make a video. You know what I mean? Because I like Malik Scott. I just think no matter what he does, and as smart and educated as he is, I think Ortiz is just as smart as educated. He may not be as quick as Scott, but I think he can cut off the ring pretty well. And I think he'll cut it off on Scott. And to me, he's dangerous with either hand. Different punch variations. Maybe I'm giving him too much credit in some of you guys' eyes. Maybe he goes in there and gets outboxed for 12 rounds, but I highly doubt it. I see him stopping Scott by at least round 5. I just don't think Scott has enough to keep Luis Ortiz at least honest. To make him, say, okay, I can't just walk this guy down like that. But that's the tricky thing that I have seen with Ortiz, at least in the few fights, there's fights that I've seen. The most competitive fights on paper, his Thompson fight and his fight with Jennings. Even if you do try to walk him down, you may walk into something. Jennings did it by using a high guard, so maybe he was more susceptible to getting hit with certain punches. But if you try to walk him down with a jab, I can see him countering you. If Scott tries to if Scott tries to fight him on the inside, there were some moments, he likes to hold. He'll mix it up. Sometimes he'll get on the inside and hold right away. Sometimes he'll get a slight clinch, then step off and boom, boom, land a quick left hook, right hook, and then step off to the side. Give you the shoulder, step off to the side. Real crafty. You can tell that he spends time in the gym working on his craft with his defense and head movement. Giving you the shoulder, stepping off. Leaning back a little bit to make you overextend and reach. Boom, come over and counter you. I get it. I get what he does. I understand it fully. I just think Luis Ortiz has more. He's a sneaky, crafty puncher. He can place shots. He may throw the type of combination where, he'll throw a double jab, throw a left uppercut to make you react, and then boom, here comes the right hook. As Nassim Richardson would say, wipe his nose. Uppercut, hook combination. I don't know, man. I see Luis Ortiz winning this 5th or 6th round. I'm gonna go with 5th round knockout. But I think Malik Scott may win the first 2 rounds. I think it's gonna be that type of fight. It's gonna be a fight where people say, "Oh, you can beat Luis Ortiz. Look at what Malik Scott did." And I'm gonna say, everybody's not Malik Scott. No matter how I know some of you hate Malik Scott. There's people that leave comments, subscribers that leave comments, leaving their opinion about Malik Scott, and they don't feel all that high on Malik Scott based on his Tresura performance in the Deontay Wilder fight. Some people think he took dives. That's what a lot of fans say on my page, that he took a dive. But with that said, though, you cannot tell me when you watch that guy, his outboxing skills aren't superb. I'm not saying he can beat. I'm not saying he's the best fighter. I'm just saying that aspect of his game. You can't deny that. Or you can if you want to, but I see that. I'm not going to pretend. But with that said, though, even if it's his best night this Saturday, I don't think it's going to be enough. Just my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm out.